This is the Pacifica collection, the Spring 2020 launch from Scalamandre. There's a lot of Asian and Indonesian textile traditions influencing this collection, so you'll get the feel of like vintage kimonos and the batik. So we start with Satomi hand block print. This is colorway Evening Blue. It's on 100% linen, and it's actually quite a marvel. Every layer of color and pattern on this fabric is hand applied using hand carved blocks. So not only is it time consuming, but the talent to keep the pattern flowing without breaks is awe-inspiring. Comes in 3 colorways. So you've got the Evening Blue. Then we have Pewter, which is a really beautiful, you've got grays and taupes and beiges in here. So a nice way to warm up all the grays that have been out for the last few years. And then a breath of fresh air with lavender and citron. You've got some beautiful bright greens in here, a little bit of lavender. Our next pattern is Farah Print, which is whimsical. You've got layers of pattern here, so a lot of visual interest. Next we have Anissa Print, which has a very airy feel to it. You've got birds and flowers. This scalloped edge is on both selvages, so you have a lot of interesting application possibilities. This comes in 4 colorways. So this is Misty Island and Coral Spice and Truffle and Lakeside. Our next pattern is Sea of Trees. It's a fairly traditional pattern, but this burst of color is just so refreshing. This is color Sunrise. Then we have Blue Ridge and Kaleidoscope. So any of them are really inspiring. It's a nice launching pad for a scheme for a room. Next we have Maize Velvet. This is a nice heavy duty, you're at 40,000 Martindale with this. Very interesting here. You've got a high-low with the cut velvet and then an epinglay ground. So really bold pattern, but beautiful. Next we have Risa Weave, which is just kind of a medium scale filler fabric. Nice when you need a little bit of texture and some interest. Up close, it gives you the feeling of like just flower bursts. Next we have Prisma Velvet, which I think is amazing. I adore this fabric. A lot of color going on in this. So you've got an epinglay vertical stripe of colors, and then the cut velvet is on a diagonal. So there's a lot going on, but it still reads as very subtle, just kind of little hints of color. Great backdrop for all of these other patterns. Then we've got Hannah Embroidery on a linen cotton blend ground. Very pretty, very feminine. To ground everything, we have Haiku Weave. So this is a cotton viscose and poly blend. There's a lot of nubbiness to it and flecks of color. Both the warp and the weft threads are different sizes, so you've got a lot going on. In this neutral right here, there are actually 4 colorways. So a lot of visual interest up close, but a nice backdrop to your space. And to finish off the collection, we have a couple of sheers. So this is Rihanna sheer. It's a jacquard. And again, it's a layering of patterns. So you can see this kind of Moroccan feel on top of the diamonds. So this is single width, very pretty, a lot of visual interest there. And to round everything out, we've got Sora sheer. Again, it's a single width. There's actually a nylon thread running through here, so you get a little bit of a shimmer to it, and there's a basket weave effect to it. So a lot of interest going on. And that is the Spring 2020 Pacifica collection from Scalamandre.